chase green at the top. I'd rather short than buy the hype. I'm waiting for the dip, give me the right type. The price is high, I'll wait, I'll wait. I'm not the one to chase candles late. The price is high, don't break, don't break. I'll short the peak or sit and take. Volume spikes, scream, watch for traps. Overbow charts mean a quick collapse. Don't FOMO in when RSC's too hot. Patience pays, I'll trade what I've got. The price is high, I'll wait, I'll wait. I'm not the one to chase candles late. The price is high, don't break, don't break. I'll short the peak or sit and take. Look for pumps with no real news. Fake outs burn the bulls who choose. Wait for pullbacks, don't get used. I'll trade my way, I'll never lose. Big whales dump when retail's blind. Thin order books, a warning sign. I'll watch the trend, don't jump too soon. Price comes down, I'll make my move. The price is high, I'll wait, I'll wait. I'm not the one to chase candles late. The price is high, don't break, don't break. I'll short the peak or sit and take. The price is high, yeah, I'll wait my turn. I'm not the one to crash and burn. I've never seen a Lambo in my hood. Ooh, yeah. Cut my teeth on sats, I knew I could. Ooh. My block's no throne, just grit and trades. Cryptos hum pumps through my veins. Hey. And every trade is like gold chains, moon gains, staking high. Hodling tight, bull flights, wallets fly. Ooh, we don't bow, we're stacking sats till we soar. Ooh, and we'll rise as royals, crypto royals. This coin's pulse will crown us, shine on, yeah. Let me rule that blockchain grind, rise up. Crypto royals, touch my sky. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I crash the dips, forge my rain. Ooh, yeah. From zero stakes, I broke the chain. Ooh. No fiat queens, just code I
Check, check,
claim.
1, 2.
Bull runs my fire, I've staked my name. Hey. And every trade is like gold chains, moon gains, staking high. Hodling tight, bull flights, wallets fly. Ooh, we don't bow, we're stacking sats till we soar.
It's time for the cowbell. The ringing of the cowbell. It's the only channel to get the ringing of the cowbell on crypto. Subscribe now.
Let me rule that blockchain grind, rise up. Crypto royals.
If not for the sake of goodness, at least for the sake of the cowbell.
Oh, Satoshi spark lights my flame. Ooh, yeah. Oh, bull runs roar, I've claimed, yeah, yeah. Oh, stacking dreams, I reign. Woo-hoo.
I was broke on the curb, just a dreamer in dust. Ooh yeah. Crypto sparked my nerve, flip the game, now I bust. Ooh. Sat stacked high, from the shadows I climb. Moonshots my rhyme, Lambo time. Ooh yeah, Lambo time. Riding high tonight. Ooh. Bull run blaze, my star ignites, yeah. Love's my queen, we're golden flight. Groove pumps my win. She laughed at my trade, said I'd crash out fast. Ooh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for the turkey. If this is your first time visiting this program, be advised that you will be talking to a turkey. You have been warned. Sean, hit the button.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg. He's a turkey, by the way. Well, you probably see for yourself. So I'm watching Bitcoin here, and wow, that's a very nice, very interesting price action that we got there today. So, like we were talking the other day, man, she was at a point like, what is she going to do? We're at these toppy areas. Let's get. I went to one of our older charts over here. What I want to do, if you don't mind, if I can get over to a clean chart. This was clean. This was cool. I want to zoom out. We're going to be taking it is the weekly close for Bitcoin, so we want to take a look at that too. Because the weekly, as we've noticed last week, looked pretty bitchin'. Why the daily is looking kind of, the dailies are not. The daily is looking a little bearish in some aspect, but the weekly was looking good. We mentioned that last week, and that gets you in a weird ass place. Yeah, okay. What we're doing right now is very interesting. You see that we are at our 886 retracement here, from swing high to swing low. Let me get this little guy out of the way there. And I marked him right there. That's 105,000. We're above it right now. At this point in the game, well, let's talk about the scenarios for Bitcoin, shall we? Can we have a moment to talk about the situation for Bitcoin and what might be happening? Because in my mind, we got three basic scenarios going on. Did we pulled our fibs back, didn't we? Oh snap, what happened there? Let me go ahead and mark you too. Well, but you're out here, the 786 that we graduated from right there. So if you look at our fibs, we put them high and low, right? And we stepped our way up with the double bottom pattern, came up here. This looked iffy. That was a place we thought, well, as commonly where we kind of got rejected. Lots of signs there, but we finagled our way through there, came back out, and then jumped up to toppy areas here. Now, this is normally where if we were charting anything else, well, I mean, Bitcoin too, we'd be looking for, a pullback, a correction here at this area, but Bitcoin does not seem to be giving a gosh darn about it. And also, okay, so here's the scenarios. One scenario. This is the most bullish scenario. Well, probably not the most bullish. The most bullish is that we just go straight up and just don't ever stop. That's the most bullish. We can all agree on that, right? But the one we're looking for, we come up and finally knock out this one. If we're breaking over this 886 area, if we start holding this above 105, that's pretty much what we're trying to do, is come up and make a higher high. 111, 114. Where's the stops? Nobody. Well, we can figure it. We can get some ideas here. We can get some ideas. Let's go ahead and get those ideas, shall we? Why poke around with it? Where would she go? 113? On this particular chart, this is what, COINEX? Oh, cool. That's what I use. Let me get that little yellow line out. Get out there, yellow line, so I can see my candle. My candle top right there, swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go, baby. So I'm looking at these two possible areas. if we're going to get our little higher high in. And you say, Road Dog, why you look for those areas? Ask that question again when I get to the smaller time frame to where we are right now, and I'll show you. What are we listening to? All right, so the first scenario is that we come up and we tackle this little guy over here, right? We get a higher high, probably at one of these areas. Maybe at 113, maybe we go up to 118, somewhere a little bit more bullish. I don't know. But that would kill out this guy. And then we could look for our higher low, wherever that might be, which I would dare say would be about 100,000. So listen, it's kind of like this. The bulls are going to run. They'll try to run the price up. Might as well. We're so close to the goal line right now. We might as well push on through. But those bears, they come in and they block they block our attempts to make our score to get up to our higher areas, say 150,000. That would be beautiful and awesome. But if the bulls come in or the bears come in and they start pushing us back, well, we may have to retreat, okay? There may be a retreat in order right here. The retreatment that I think that we will come back, well, of course, is going to be the previous fib areas, about 105 where we are now. But the big was right around 100,000. That's the line we got to hold, boys. That's the line we got to hold. Where's my inspirational music? That's what I need right now. I need my inspirational music. I don't have it ready to go. Oh my God, what are we listening to? This is not going to work for me. This is not going to work for me. I don't care. All right. So if they drive us back here, we could try to hold our ground, and maybe we even gain an edge on them or something. But I'm telling you, we lose the $100,000 area, then we can be looking down to retest some of these lower areas down here. So first we got these little areas down here, about 88. We got 93 right through there, and then of course we got these little areas that we've been hanging around right now. First, right through here. So I consider that, and maybe catching there, or maybe even coming lower. Who knows? We would probably be looking about a 382. We'll be looking at certain fib areas, but first we got to make sure that this area is not going to be a rejection, though. So we're waiting for confirmation on that. Here we are on the daily, right here, above the 9 moving average, above the 9, everything fine. Beautiful, beautiful trend line that if you draw it here on the daily, it looks like we are deviating from candle bodies to candle bodies, if I draw it that way. That's a slight little curvature that we're respecting. So now we got another trend line right there, secondary trend line. Leads me to the curving of a parabolic move might be input here. And that's when some signals will start getting confusing, namely the MACD. And so we're checking out the MACD here on the daily because she was flipping bearish on us, right? Now let's look and see what she's doing. She flipped upside down, but now she's immediately trying to she's lightening up. Do you see this little bar over here? Now this is our freshly day candle, so we got to give her some time. But we're about to either do something big or we're about to have a big pullback. The daily is starting to look bearish, and the MACD, I pay attention to that, but I'm also looking for an idea like this where we do the little duck lips or just a shallow cross and then we blast off. We don't want to miss that if that happens. We don't want to miss that if that happens. So you can't front run the MACD on these instances, in my personal opinion, or else you might be left behind in the dust. And even your tried and true 3 humps in the dump or Elliott wave, Elliott here on the dailies thinks, oh, we're coming back down to 50,000 or 72,000 with this ABC correction. With the 5 wave, the 3 and the 5 at the same time? That works weird. How do you know your 5's not going to be this one? Huh? How do you know that? You'd change your mind, won't ya, Elliott? But let's look here at what's going on with our indicators on the daily. I mean, we know MACD is getting wishy-washy here. She's popping in the door, popping out the door. She's not really out the door yet, but she's looking out the window. Oh, look, there's Sammy. I'm gonna go get him. We got a green dot just now printing right here on Market Cipher. That's pretty strong on a daily, I would say, with stochastics going up. Money flow getting into the positive. Or the VWAP, this little yellow thing, and then this green part right here is the money flow leveling out. So when we were looking at this guy coming down, I kept making the points that, you know, with money flow in the green on this indicator, any pullbacks that we have are not going to be as severe as they, you know, we would think. Because that's very bullish. The money is here. So I can't say anything bad about Bitcoin other than we are at an area and we have been hanging out at this area of resistance, this 105 area. Now it looks like we're coming back to maybe play with that area. I don't know if we can hold it and get a candle above it, a better sign. And it may, you know, we may be flirting with this area for a while, maybe into tomorrow or something. They may make us go sideways. I don't know. But if we do break above it, don't break our trend lines here, don't break our non-moving average, things are starting to look good. Ichimoku cloud looks good. And this goes back to the weekly, which is, today is Sunday, today is the weekly candle close, and this was what we were talking about 2 weeks ago, because this is our second week of MACD weekly bullish. So even if the daily gives us a bearish flip, which I was looking for, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense time-wise, if we got a, you know, it signifies a little bit more situation for chop, but you can just because MACD is flipping bullish on the weekly doesn't mean that there wouldn't be down. Doesn't mean that we couldn't go back to 100,000 and bounce from there, and it doesn't mean that it couldn't do that in the next few days. Tomorrow is Monday, today is Sunday, and if they've been flipping the script on the weekends. Now they were dumping us on Sundays. Remember those few weeks where they would just come back and Sunday was pretty much a dump day. Sunday's a dump day. My thumbnails were Sunday dump, Sunday dump, Sunday dump. Now we're getting Sunday pumps. We've been getting Sunday pumps for the last couple of weeks. So they've been flipping it up on us, playing with the weekdays. This is part of the whale games. Just get used to it. But it gets really fun when we go bullish and then retail's coming in and you got the whale games and you get some crazy pumps on the weekends. When we get full bull, the weekends will be one of the funnest times to trade, actually. China comes in, they're like, we going to front run. We buy up before they get it. Yeah. And it gets to be kind of fun. So things are looking at the weekly. Let's look at our indicators here. 9 moving average, which we are above. We've been below the 21 for a while, right? But a couple of weeks ago, we passed her up. Now, we've not got our bullish cross here of the 9 over the 21. That leads into the idea that, well, we might come back and talk to one of these guys. And where are they sitting at right here on the weekly? 93,000, 91,000. So, very important to notice is until we get across, it's a higher probability that we can come back down here. So we could get rejected up here and come back down. So we got to get our mindset so we won't be caught by surprise. Like, oh my God, price is dropping. Oh no, where's it going to go, road dog? Like here, more than likely, if we don't hold 100,000, we're looking in the lower 90s. And there's a possibility to, I would see 88,000. I think this will be up around those areas by the time that we get to it. Or maybe these will be down and we bounce from there. But overall, I mean, the weekly has been saying I look good for a long time. Not me personally, but breaking out of this red cloud on the weekly back here when we were in $25,000 area. This is exactly what you want to see on the cloud for a bull run. Exactly right here. You break out of a red cloud, get above it, and then it's a little sliver green. You just ride it. May come back, touch it, hopefully bounce off of it. Don't want to get into it because it will drag you under. But then she starts going thin again, right? And here we are, and we're nowhere near touching this cloud right now, which is bullish. It's kind of like we're over here in this area. We're reminiscent of doing this. We can still get some more upwardness going here, like up to here, maybe further. If you want to, oh my gosh, are we going to do it? We're going to do it. You got a 0.5 retracement right here. Best I remember, that's a 0.5. Let me double check me fibs here. we'll give you a little hopium, but not. This is the worst time to be FOMOing in and buying anything. 0.5 right there.
Crypto's calling, got a block and roll, babe.
We've got a target 134. For that would fall into the category of what I call a nailed it target, the type of a target that I put out that we come back and go, look, I know it sounded crazy at the time, but look, nailed it. It's a one-to-one move is all it is. If the market goes with us, then we're going to go there. Should. Let me say should. We don't ever speak in absolutes. If you speak in absolute, you're an absolute fool. But you speak in possibilities and the whole world's open for you. All right, so and that's ballsy. That's ballsy. That's a ballsy call, road dog. But that can be happening. We're overdue for this to happen. But it's been interesting. Altcoins went up, and then altcoins went all the way back down. So when Bitcoin drops, you drop. Now I was looking for when I was over here. Did I erase it? Oh man, no, I changed charts. So to me, I think what we're doing right now, if and let me say this, me come over to their Telegram group. Where was it? I posted over there right after this had happened, and I was looking at my charts and everything. We were at 103, and I was like, dudes, I'm playing this little sucker right here. This is for what I do with my trend lines. It breaking below and getting back into my trend line, and then the other few little things told me like, this could be good. So I took a chance on that little guy, and then that's oh crap, what are we going into here? And then that was here. That was here. So I posted that over there. I think prices right around 13.9 by the time I got it posted over there. But that was a nice little come up. A nice little come up for Bitcoin of 3%. That's good for Bitcoin. 10x leverage, that's 30x gains. 20x, that's 68% gains. So pretty good. So now I got this trend line here that I'm following, right? And she's breaking it. Okay. But oh no, is that bad? It might be. I got a few tricks up my sleeve here. We got them candle bodies to candle bodies. That's angles, right? Because I was looking at this idea. If we got something over here, it was looking like we might have a chance. Ooh, you might have it. There's another idea there. I want to try that one out too. All right, so first trick that I was going to do is take my angles, because we got angle here, there, and then we got a wick. So I drag it down there, and we are flirting. You're definitely flirting with breaking that. So apparently, yeah, that little trick is possibly playing out right now. Like, I'm done. Unless we get, you want to wick back up, go bullish. Are you thinking about it? You got a red dot there? I seriously doubt it. So that audio is probably nullifying. So now we got this other idea for a channel, and I'm going to take this angle here. I want to put you right there. Oh, a little bit more to go and bounce off the 200 according to that idea. And if that idea do be true, if that is true, and it does look like it could be with these 3 touches right up there, that one touch there, rejection, that we're making a new channel. We're deviating. Moving averages are starting to go up. So it looks to me like we might get a nice little bounce about 104.5 at that 200 moving average here on this particular time frame, 6 minute. Let me go ahead and carry this on further. Let me just tighten you up. I'm just going to get me a... So my idea is, we bounce in these channels. They're bearish in nature, but this one's just now starting. So we could definitely see a case where we got all this space in between the channel we can come up and hit, and we got our other areas up here about 107.8. So pretty cool, I think, personally. I don't like that big wick there. That's a nice little top signal. It makes me wonder if we might come up and, you know, get a. So I want to see if we get a lower high, because that would be kind of. Well, yeah, that's a little bearish. Like, well, maybe she's getting ready to break on her next touch or something like that. But if we keep getting higher highs, if we get up here and knock that one out, that would be awesome. 1077. Might take her a little while. What does this say about? If I line up where this goes with that price, and it says somewhere around 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning my time. So what's that, about another 6 hours? Well, that'd be a lot of lackluster stuff. Okay, so maybe a little estimate that maybe we'll get there in the wee morning hours. What will they do then? Will tomorrow be a bullish day? It looks like it might be. Remember, we are getting some curve, and it would be awesome if we zoom out. Remember, we can zoom out. We're also in this bigger channel idea. This was the one that I pulled out, and we was talking about the rising wedge here. We broke bullishly out of it, and like, oh god, that can lead to parabolic action. That's a bearish pattern when we did the unthinkable, and we've been retesting it. That's what we've been doing, and it's been holding. If this is true, we actually might be looking at the very first stages of moon mission. Can't believe I'm being the moon boy right now. I'm being the moon boy. They're telling me they're setting up to do, and it's overdue. We were expecting this a couple months ago. We just started getting in the. I think maybe this is the. Would this be the disbelief section on the Wall Street cheat street? There's that disbelief section, and then we get the hope and the optimism and the belief, and then it's on the thrill, the euphoria, and oh. That's all right. It's just a pullback. Go ahead, buy the dip. You know, it's all right. Buy the dip. By that time, the market's over. Well, that would suck. So, what I'm trying to take you to it is back over here, and this time, back in 2020. It took it a while. But when it came, it wasn't stopping. And it started, you know, Bitcoin getting above the highs over there, 12, 13,000. Saying, okay. It got past its previous all-time high of 18,000 or whatever. Then it is strong. And had its little pullbacks here and there, scared some people, but when it started going, it was going. All right, it was taking off, and you were chasing, or you were getting caught chasing at the wrong time, like chasing the flags. A lot of times will get you into trouble on a lot of these, especially chasing them too early. You gotta give that stuff a little bit of time to form, right? Everything's different, but. Big ass drop there, 20%, and then she go market turns bearish and everything, and then she does it again. So how do we? If I double click, you took me right back. Cool. No, you didn't. So this is where we're at. We're at a point of rejection where things are starting to look bullish. They are definitely starting to look bullish. So. But it's true, we can pull back a little bit. It can happen. But that's why I'm taking a close look at what the daily indicators are saying. And here we are over here. The MACD, she's starting to lighten up. She is technically bearish right now. So technically, we can still drop from here. I'm just saying that. We can still drop from here. A little wishy-washy, but I think it's looking good that we're going to I think we're lining up to knock out that higher high. If we made it this far, we might as well keep on going, or else it's a little bit bearish. We make a lower high. So we're kind of painted ourselves into a picture, in my personal opinion, with Bitcoin, where we need to get that higher high out of the way there. And over here, I got 114 and 119, same targets, same areas of resistance. This is the micro Bitcoin futures. Now, I like to watch this one. Their indicators are playing a little different. They never broke that 200 moving average. They never they never completely went bearish like we did on our charts. It was easier to be bullish watching this chart than it was watching our regular charts. WD Gann always he said to watch the futures for your commodities. To help you get a little edge on it, because that's going to tell you this way. He just said to do it. This is for different reasons down here, but anyway, it is different because they don't trade on the weekends, so it's calculated different. And so I think the moving averages work really good for the daily on micro Bitcoin futures to look at Bitcoin. If you really want to see the sentiment of the market, because it's been bullish over here, more bullish than what we've been working with. Meaning, if you've been playing that one, only that one, then you would have no worries. Maybe that's why the Wall Street people have no worries, man. No worries. Let me come over and say hello to everybody, because I haven't done that. I got on my Bitcoin rant, and we got 20 people hanging out. Say hello. We'll start looking at some altcoins and talking about altcoins next. But first, we got to see what Bitcoin's doing, right? But Bitcoin falls back a little bit, so the altcoins start giving up those gains that they just got, right? It sucks, doesn't it? We got Soul in the house. Soul was #1 tonight. Congratulations, Soul. We got Jesse Golick. I don't know if Jesse's still here. He's still here, Jesse. We got Bobby Yas, MG Motorsports, Diaz, Ave Medina, King Hell. How's it going, King Hell? Oh, was stuck on top chat there. It always does that. I don't know why it does that automatically. We got Joe from Trade Intuition. How's it going, Joe? Fellow YouTuber. Oh, I don't have it up there anymore. I did have it up there. I was moving things around today. Fellow YouTuber, go check him out and put his link in the description. I need to get my button fixed on that. How's it going, Joe? And we got Sin. Avi Dan says, week with Auntie D. Hi, the good stuff. Justin Crypto, where do you get the dancing people on your stream? I've collected them mostly from the graphics place. I use Canva to do my thumbnails and everything like that. They rotate stuff out. I haven't seen any dancing things over there in a while. I'd like to get me some new ones. I just caught it at the right time. That's about 3 years ago. Avi News says, talk your moon boy shit. I want to FOMO so hard, says Good Brown Gravy. I know it's like when the things are going up, right? It's like, oh, what? But honestly, right here, this is a tricky area. I do think that we're good for more higher prices from what I'm seeing so far. I think we got a good chance. We'll put it that way. And until she breaks my daily 9 moving average, I can't be bearish on her. That's just my rule. We're above the 9, we're fine, because that's what she does in the upward trend. She'll ride that 9. Oh, baby. Oh, like a pro. And especially on the weekly. Especially on the weekly. It's beautiful to watch that happen on the weekly. But we got some weird things going on here in the weekly, so I'm wondering, we can come back down. There's the chart said that can happen. It's got a good reason right here, because we haven't got our bullish flip there on the weekly. I have mixed feelings, man. I have mixed feelings about how what I want to happen, what would happen. But either way it goes, I mean, honestly, I'm set up for her to take a dive back down and get more. I'm set up for that. I've got my margin already. We're ready to just come on. Give me a good deal, baby. So that's what I'm waiting on. So what's this, the 4-hour Bitcoin? Look, your 200 moving average on the 4 hours still down here below 100,000. Let's see, what else have we got here? 4 hour, 360 below the 800, and those, they're barely flipped there. I can see a lot of reasons to expect a pullback, but she ain't wanting to give one just yet. She ain't wanting to give one just yet. So I mentioned earlier, about the targets that I had there, and, and I put the thing out on Telegram. And where do I get my targets from? Watch this. Oh, did you not? Oh, come on. Oh, snap. Stop it. All right, so I'm just gonna go back to the other chart I was on. Why not? All right, so let me take me swing low. Take me swing. Let me swing high. Oops. And I'm basically looking at these two guys right there. So 106.8, 106.3. I had this one, and then she went higher, just a wee bit. But that after hitting those targets, you would, I mean, that we get a big corrective move like this is no surprise to me. Actually, I would be looking for it after that AB equals CD. Usually, sometimes we'll come back to a 786. I'm just saying. So that's at 104.90, and a lot of times we look for that 886 deep ass retracement. So we went up to an 886. We might be coming right back smack dam to an 886. So that's what I can kind of see short term going on, is that we might actually be hitting these guys, and that sucks for me because I got a trend line. I was kind of hoping with some stop losses underneath it, so some things might get stopped out as we kind of work our way back down here. You can make an argument for it here on the 15-minute, just with the 200 moving average being right down there with it too, with the moving average theory. So we bounced off the 100. Looks like we're coming back to touch the 100 after losing the 50. Lose that 100 would be right down here at these little areas. Talking to these guys again. If that happens, I don't know. Remember, we had two areas, 786 or that 886. But a lot of times with that, I'm sorry, that wasn't it. We are. I'm sorry. I'm misspeaking. That was I'm sorry, I remember what levels that we had up there. Actually, in this case, I switch up. I got confused. That's not an 886 rejection that we got. The big 886 rejection. That's something different. Okay. It's not applicable here. So let me take this idea off right now. It could happen, but I'm not looking for it at the moment. So I'm actually looking more for this area right down here, about 104.4. Possible to come down here, don't get me wrong, it can, but I would rather her not. That would be, well, she's starting to paint the picture that maybe she could, depending on how we do these trend lines. This is where we started with this one. Let's go connect the, oh snap, well, never mind, forget everything you said on it. I'm starting to sound like those Elliott Wave guys. Well, it could be this and that and this and that and that and that and that and this. Wherever. I think those would be some possible good areas to look just to see. This yellow line is our parabolic curve. Let me take that one off. That was the tilt. So we're still within our big parabolic, when we zoom out, motions there. Man, I got a lot of lines going on over here. Starting to look messy. Don't need those anymore. But this could be an area, I mean, this is still on the table that we got there. One thing I would like to do is me zoom out a little bit. Let's check the peaks. Do we have any bearish divergence between these two guys? These last two highs that we had? They both seem to be wicks. This is ranging up and that's ranging down. Right? Yeah, it's slight. Now we're not through with this candle yet, so it's a little bit early, but we'll assume that, well, well, no, we can't assume anything because that candle body is still closing higher than all the rest of them. So I got to give that one some time. Can't really call bearish divergence on that just yet until we get that. I'll tell you one thing here on this particular time frame. That Ichimoku cloud looks like she could pull a fast one on us. So I'm watching very closely, man, for any kind of bounces off this area. Remember our bullish, my rising wedge breakout, retest. If this is our retest and we're breaking off of this one, man, we can do some damage. After we break out the channel idea, but that channel idea takes us right up here to our next little target, right? Ooh, 109. 109.5. Can you get up there, baby? I believe that you can. 109.5 and beyond. Would that be our higher high? Oh man, that's right at it. Oh, we're open. We open for it. I think my personal opinion is they're going to try to go for that higher high. I got my fingers crossed. That could be good. That could be a nice little trade. One thing that, well, actually what I am doing now, I'm 1x. I went on perpetual futures on my perps, and I'm getting some 1x orders in for that scenario, and I'm going 1x because as it goes up, because I want to make it a more sizable thing as it goes up, and then I'll decrease my leverage or increase my leverage, and my capital is like freed up. But you know, I'll crank her up to 10, 20, 30x if she starts getting in profit and starts rising up. If it's at a 1x and I'm buying it at $104,000 and she drops down to $102,000, it's not that big of a deal. I'm not buying a whole coin, so I'm not losing $2,000. I'm only losing, you know, I'm risking just a little bit. So that's what my play is right now, since we're at a kind of a weird area that we don't know for sure. So if she drops, then, you know, okay, I'm only at 1x, so I haven't done anything crazy. But if it goes my way, then I can get a little DJ and add some X's in there and pull some of that money out and all this other good stuff. Pull some of the capital out. It's the margin. So now that's enough for Bitcoin. We've been going for Bitcoin for too long. This is altcoins, and she's been up and down. Right now, we've been talking about this little woolly booger guy here, up inverted head and shoulder, spider, whatever, ceiling guy right here. This red neckline. I'm going to change it because everything's too red on. Now we got Christmas tree candles. Make it a white line. Oh, look, we can see it now. You know, there's like a 65% chance that we come back and touch that where we broke out. Just this. And this would be a vector candle right here, and we come up 50% of the way of the vector candles, ladies and gentlemen. So that's another argument for this little, just a wee bit lower, maybe down to 858, maybe down all the way to 834 billion. But it shows that money should still be coming out of altcoins more than likely. But let's take a look, and you know, that's just a red candle for today. Let's see if there's a support area that may be sticking or something else there on the regular chart. Actually, I want to go to others, which is like total 3, but just not the top 10 there. And I want to zoom out on the daily. What do you look like on others on the daily? So we got rejected 200 moving average. Not great. Could be a rollover. Could be a rollover. Could be. We don't know. I mean, temporarily it is. But we also got this 360 moving average here on the daily. Now that's a big deal to me, because, you know, price does respect the 360 for support, resistance, and so there's a chance here that we can get support there. Beneath the 360 that we already retested, bouncing between after we lost the 9, is the 21 moving average. We've already we retested it successfully, and now we're back at the 360 area. So to me, I think it looks kind of bullish. This is my overall trend line right here. So maybe there's a chance. Let's pull our fibs and see. Did we get a nice little 618 bounce or anything? Not quite a 618. But you are holding the 0.5. That you holding the 0.5. Nice. The candle bodies are. Okay. Well, that's pretty sweet. So that what we're seeing here is a little bit more evident, you know, a little bit more hope. I'm going to use the word hopium that we might be catching here. This might be, maybe this is as far as we retrace. Maybe we won't come back, actually touch the neckline. We don't have to. That's a rule of thumb to look for. Still could happen. Just ideas that you won't get caught up if you understand those concepts. That, hey man, that could happen. 100 moving averages down here too. If you would go, got some other things down here we could be playing with. But right now we got an area that we're trying to catch support. So let's see how she's looking on some of the smaller time frames. Are you trying to give it back, or are you gonna hold it? So I'm coming down to the 4 hour, and that line is going to be the 800 moving average, and we're below it. We can reclaim it. I would feel a lot better, and we might do it. We're in a green cloud. That's a little shady. That can be a little shady. So another idea, since we got 2 points down here. Oh man, you kind of spell out that we could come down to. All right, well, I'm still, we don't know yet. This doesn't sound like it's going to be too easy of a situation for altcoins. It sounds like it's going to be kind of janky there. choppy, in other words, and maybe a slow burn down. Things overall look pretty decent, but you know, it's not quite there yet. I think the best indicator or the best index to look for, which for some reason is never here, since they did something on TradingView where I can't add these things back to my wish list, is a Bitcoin market cap dominance right here. Now she was in like a rising channel, rising triangle, bearish formation, broke down. You can make that. She broke down, but now she's coming. Now, is this a retest? This is what we can hope for. Now, momentum here. I'm on the 4-hour chart on this. Momentum is still strong, still up and to the right. But there's the idea, the breakout right here, and that 200 moving average, 100 crossed bearishly over it. That's interesting. Now she might come up a little bit more, retest that trend line there. She might roll over really soon. If she starts rolling over here, the altcoins are going to perk back up. Should perk back up. So this is what we're hoping for, is that we would get this kind of action, either roll over here or maybe go up a little bit more and then roll over, not quite make it past these lines, and definitely not cross back into the pattern. Crossing back into the pattern, then I would expect us to get bullish as F, and then altcoins will really suffer. But this gives us a fighting chance, a little hope that we can get a little rally out of altcoins again. But man, the moving averages just still look strong to me. I can't see us coming down really. I mean, we can for a lower low. Elliot, you got anything going on here? Okay. A lot of ABC corrections going on right now, so like, keep that idea in mind too. When we get to a top on Elliott wave theory, that's the top is the 5th wave. That's where we top out. Then there's a correction period. It's like a 2-wave structured down. It's kind of the Harry Potter lightning bolt, or Shazam, the Shazam. And so that would be the situation where we can come down and drop. That makes sense too. Hey, if we're in an ABC correction, altcoins are getting ready to go on another little tear. Then makes me want to take another look at total 3. Am I missing something there? So then that would mean that she would catch this bounce here. This is total 3, and she looks a little bit better than others. 850, 100, trying to bullish across that. That makes me think that altcoins may not come back down here. It gives us more of a chance that maybe we won't. Maybe then again, it's all Bitcoin dominance. But in other words, whenever Bitcoin dominance is official, it looks like she's getting ready to get rejected. So then that means altcoins should start looking a little bit better. That's good to know. That's good to know. That's good to know. Because if this is our higher low, then baby, we can get up. I think even higher. That could be another nice. What is that? Where we at? 885 billion. And I'm looking around a trillion. That's a nice 20% come up somewhere through there. And we're due it. We've been in this falling wedge, broke out, inverted head and shoulders, all that. We're getting our pull back. She can come back down. Good, they have good statistics too. Doesn't have to. If she bounces here, then that deviates from our channel or our trend line here, and that leads to more parabolic act. That's nice. I like that. Let's do that. Let's do that instead. Okay. Can we do that instead? Or why don't we just look over here on the weekly and do we do that already in total 3? Do you see the MACD is not yet cross bullish. Don't you duck lip on us. Don't you roll over. Don't you try that stuff. She needs a little extra. That might be coming soon. No, it's nice. So altcoins trailing a little bit behind the old Bitcoin. I don't like you though. What's up with you on the weekly total 3? Why you? Whoa. You got bullish divergence. What's this? You're gonna have to straighten up. We need to. All right, ladies and gentlemen. At some point, we'll probably talk about altcoins instead of talking about them. Casson, how's it going? Glad to see you guys here. There's Strega. All right, so I got a list, and I'm going to take a look at one called Moonpig. One of you guys brought it up, and I didn't get in it. I don't think I got in it. I might have. I gotta go check my little DGen thing. But Moonpig is at 3.7 cents right now. Moonpig. He said Moonpig. Perhaps. Now this is after it's only been over here for 7 days. I think we had it over on Dex Greener. Oh, what's this, Fear and Greed? Today is greedy. People are getting greedy. Very greedy. I don't like that. I don't like you being too greedy at a point of resistance. It's not. Oh man, with Bitcoin, you're either going to congratulate yourself for taking profits here if we come back down, or you're going to kick yourself for taking profits here when we go up. That's where we are right now. If you're confused, might I suggest when I've made a decision, when I get in a situation, if I'm confused like that, I have to make a decision. Like I don't want to do all of one thing, so doing percentages when I get pushed in the corner to make a decision like that, I found to be the lesser of stupidest things, the lesser of dumbest choices to make, is how I would describe it. We were headed somewhere. I think it was Dex Greener. Because we're going to take a look at Moonpig. I am Turkey. Moonpig! That little moon. He's so cute. Look, he's so cute. He's so cute. It's on Radium here, right? It's all the same, right? Well, you're the first one. Let me check you out. Are you the one that we charted on? This is the 1 minute chart. Oh man, I thought we...
Street roamer, born where shadows sigh. Cryptos murmur neath the lonesome sky. Meme scam stole my stack, left me alone.
Let me try it on Radium here. Okay, well. I thought we charted this before. I'm sure we got a chart out somewhere. Nice, nice, nice what we got. You lost it just a little bit right there, didn't you? Oh, I don't have my fib set up over here. I have to do this the manual way. Oh, that was wrong. I got to target about 5.7 cents or 0.057 area. If we're trying to make a higher high, I think that is a good one to look for. Let's keep this guy in. Let's keep this guy in mind too. And I've got just right under 5 cents, 0.049 right there. She's doing a pullback right now. She got rejected just a wee bit higher. I like this idea that we're starting to possibly deviate, and that kind of opens the idea for that bigger target. If we're actually making like if we're going parabolic, the channel's also starting to curve too, and that kind of opens that one. So I like that one. So Moonpig might have a little bit more to go. She pulls back 2.5 cents. Looks like a reasonable area to start looking for. Bottom of the trend line, whatever that might be. Did you? Just double check that trend line now. What happened there? I get stupid on my trend line. Might have to start using that magnet, Joe. All right, that changes things a little bit. Puts it a little bit more heavy right here at 4.9 cents. An idea if this trend line is holding, if she comes back down to it, it'd be 2.9. This one you might as well put down here. Bottom of the channel. Just top of the channel, bottom of the channel. Lose this, bottom of the channel. Hold this. Hopefully, let's go, baby. All right, so Moonpig is having a good day. Too high to buy, in my personal opinion, right there. How about this little guy? We were talking about this one the other night. This is grass. Got a target at 278 that she's got her eyeballs on. I notice her kind of looking over and kind of adjusting her hair every time that price would just kind of come by. And notices a little glimmer in her eye, and she's liking it. She's testing that daily 200 moving average. Just now started showing up over there. Let's go down to the smaller time frame and see if we can get some juicy gossip here. So that's kind of steep for a trend line. Don't know that that's going to hold. I'm just saying. It looks like a good possibility for us to come back and retest the break. But you already did. You kind of tested it there, didn't you? I don't trust that trend line to hold. We can play it that way, but that's kind of steep. It's still kind of steep in my mind. She might be coming back to touch these areas about 180. Maybe 174. We could pull fibs and try to figure it out, but a lot of people be looking at it as a flag breakout too, even though it's kind of curving down. You look at it however you want to. As long as you got 2 touches on one side, 3 on the other, you got a valid pattern, so you play it however you want to play it. Measured move for that little guy would take us right up here to our little 278 area. So hey man, little confluence that hey man, that flag idea might be on point there. Oh, gracias. Really? $2.10. So starting to get a little ribbon for that one on the 4 hour here. If you see the ribbon, what I call the moving averages, I'm calling them a ribbon because now they're starting to flip. They're starting to get in a bullish sequential order here, slowly but surely. And the small ones have already, they've totally done it. They have already flipped bullish. 100 cross the 200 2 out of 3 times. When I see that happen, sometimes we will see a dump. It just happens. It's not bad. It's just there's a pullback when that happens sometimes. Sometimes when the bigger moving averages cross over each other, that happens sometimes. I can't explain it. I just notice it. And so it seems to be roughly about 2 out of 3 times that it can. So if you know these things, then you can say, oh, okay, well, that's a possible bearish sign. We'll keep that in mind. Park it back here. She's above the 9 moving average right now, so I can't say anything bad about it. Can't say nothing bad about it right now. Can't say anything she's going to drop or anything. As far as I know, she just broke out and may not ever do a retest, just going straight on up forever. I hope you do, Grass. I got some. Let me put while I'm out here doing all this, I forgot to do this, ladies and gentlemen, my bad. Let me put the little request marker out there. That's over in the chat. Let me come back to the chat real quick while I'm talking about it. So I put this little marker up here. If you got any coin request, priority goes to members and super chats, but we'll take a look. I'm happy to do it. Otherwise, I got a list of stuff we can look at too. However we want to play this game, we can do it. Bucket of cold water for the hyper bullish moon turkey. Woo! King Hell. Road Neil Armstrong dog. To the moon. It's Well, the weekly MACD, that's something you don't want to fade. You don't want to fade the weekly MACD. Every time that I've ever faded it, so it's probably nothing. I mean, I can sit here and say, I mean, we are at resistance, and it seems crazy. I wouldn't. This is where I would be looking at selling, shorting, those ideas. Totally is. But I can't do that with the weekly MACD going bullish. This is the place where they can shoot us up, and we've been waiting for it, man. We are overdue. And here's the thing about Bitcoin. Now you got all these, the institution money is here. We don't have enough light in here, do we? Oh, too much light. Institutional money's here, and you remember the halving that happened over a year ago? I think that squeeze is going to start being felt really soon now, especially regulation being approved, especially for Bitcoin and everything. This is going to be Bitcoin's cycle, and I think it's going to outperform a lot of the altcoins. Well, it has overall outperformed the altcoins. They can get their little spurts, but the altcoins have just outdone it. Let's take a look at XCN. That one's been flashing a little bullish signals lately. So do we want? I don't want Coinbase. Coinbase is usually the latest one, the last place to get it. And when they get listed there, that's what we wait for the Coinbase effect. And so I want a place that's got a nice chart. This is futures. Oh, that's okay. Well, we charted this before. Nice buy zone. You did not come back to that. You thought. You came right above it. You didn't want to. Sometimes that happens. You suck, road dog. You didn't nail it. She came right above it. Didn't touch it. All right. So I was following this on this chart. I was following this trend line. She was doing the stuff. Well, that's what we had at the time. And it was kind of, I guess you tried to say it's a symmetrical triangle. Not really, but that's all we had. Even I hate symmetrical triangles. Worst pattern to trade ever. Now we'll take this little guy and we will stretch him over here, and if I read this correctly, going from this touchy-touchy to that touchy-touchy, we came back and touchy-touchyed it again and solidified this line, and then we broke this line, and then we broke back into it, making this a bear trap. Yeah, baby! Love me some bear traps. That's what I played today on Bitcoin. That's what I look for. Or one of the things that I look for. I did learn that one from a mentor in a trading group, so I give him credit where his credit's due. I don't think he's with us anymore, though. Still, where are you? I'm getting lost over here in all my stuff. I'm almost there, I promise. All right, so. Oh, you're kidding me! It's not over here. I gotta put that one over there. All right, so a bear trap idea right here. I guess we can take our buy. I'm gonna leave it there. This little guy, I love those. Love that. When we break back into the pattern, I take that bullish AF. Yes, I'm gonna do. So we've come back up, and from there, this is what, the 4 hour? So this is not okay. Recently, she came back up to 22. Pretty nice, pretty nice. I've got a target for up here at 3.2 cents. For this bounty area that we were on to get us up there, and hopefully we are. I was looking, she ran up and she came down, then she comes up, and you want to chase it, but it's as soon as she goes up, but they always come down and they do a correction. This is that your is that your ABC? That's weird looking. I don't think that's your ABC, is it? I'm asking Elliot and he's not talking to me. I'm sorry, Elliot, I pissed you off. I've got I'm trying to get my, where are new targets? We're right here retesting this area. I've got this little guy right here, 2.5 cents. That would be nice from where we are right now in our little possible pennant formation, symmetrical triangle, maybe a flag, maybe a second of 3 humps to the upside or something like that. 16% up to 2.3 cents, 29% up to 2.5 cents. I'm not sure. Well, I mean, so far this trend line's holding, so I mean, if you want to, I'm not going to argue with you. It's about a 45-degree angle. I mean, that's good. Let's hope it can hold. Let's go. It's one called Kita. Now, I'm not familiar with this one, but she is showing up over on Tokenmetrics. And it looks like Bluefin's the only place that's got it. Oh my goodness, what the hell? Okay, well. Clearly she's straight up parabolic. Parabolic. This is where it is most enticing. This is where it is most enticing to chase when you see this. And I think this is new. I don't know. And maybe they're, I mean, 68 cents. So you'd want to do your due diligence for whatever this is. 68 cents sounds like a lot for, if it's a meme coin. I don't know if, I'm assuming it's a meme coin. I don't know. But this is where you can get tricked and left holding the bag. If she's going parabolic, okay? Maybe she's got a lot more to go. Maybe she does. Or maybe this is about it. If it were me, actually, I can help you figure that out right now. We're looking for this guy. If you're in this 9 cents, I think it can get up there. But man, if it does, you want to get out. When they go parabolic, it's over, and then they go down and sideways, and they got to reaccumulate. So, where you at? So they do this, and then you see it afterwards in the charts. A lot of times they'll do something like this, and they got to reaccumulate. You usually get 786, 886 retracements out of these, and it takes them a while to get there. So they're hot, and then they're not usually. Now, I don't know anything about this. I'm just talking about just price history, price action, and just experience with the new coins coming out and how they play. But if you are in this, I think this is your exit. That's your exit target. In my personal opinion, or at least a good place to damn sure pay yourself. That was, oh yeah, that was this one. That was a 3618 from our second, our little wave. I think I'm going to take this one and post it, because I know this one is getting kind of this one's starting to get some hype on some other channels and things. So paste you over here. This is Kita. 15-minute. Oh, is it? Consider. Okay. If already in, consider taking profits at is it 90 cents or 9? It's 90 cents. 3.618 pip level. All right, so post that over there. That's a good area to get paid. I'm just saying 3618s on these little suckers, that they mean something. All right, let's run over to how about Goat? Goat is Maximus over on MXC, man. What are you doing? Oh look, she came up to our little area up here. 236 fib area is what it looks like. It's a red line. It usually is. It's not. I must have got lazy. Zoom out. No, it is. It is from, okay. We used our 2360. Okay. To get our targets. Cool. Now we drop down below this one. Look how well this technique works. I'm just saying. This is like back testing what has happened since I put it on here. 236 Fibonacci areas taken from various different high points to the bottom, and makes great targets. It makes excellent targets. I'm just saying. Like, it got here, we came back down, flagged it or whatever, got up to the next one. I didn't worry about anything in between, just that one, and then that was it. And then she came back down, tested this one, rolled up, lost it, and came back down to right down to this one again. And now we rejected off of this one. So excellent, excelente. I don't know if that one's good. So we would kind of be looking. Bullish crosses 100 over. Okay, that looks good. Moving out on the 4 hour. We'll take this guy, bearish megaphone pattern. They break to the downside, usually do. Could take a measure move from that, see how it played out, because I didn't do it over here. I usually use my fibs rather than measure moves. If you took that full length of that, you would be there. You're like, oh no, could you still go down there? Maybe. I'm going to rule it out, but we would hope not. Took a shallow, the conservative measure move over here. That would be one option. It would have nailed it. I mean, and there's just some examples of variations of measure moves on these patterns. The bigger one did not get it. I would, and when I was studying these patterns, I was reading that the breakdown from these are not nearly as bad. It's like a 41% or 45% chance to reach full measure move, which I think actually would. What would that be? You would be, well, here's 0.5. Well, that would have been a little bit shallow, and it wouldn't have got it. If I applied that idea. The I'd do this a lot though. I use the conservative move a lot. That one actually didn't nail it. Just saying. Just throwing some ideas out there for you. Now we can take this line, put it over here. Connect the dots over here on the 4 hour. Nice. And it looks like, oh man, we are curving. That looks like a nice parabolic setup. It really does. Here's this idea. This is what we were doing, or what we would have been tracking. A bearish megaphone pattern broke to the upside. Bearish pattern broke to the upside and went just completely parabolic. Came right down and retested the top of that trend line. I like that best of all. Now we got this trend line here, and it looks to me like we're starting to form a channel. I know it sounds crazy now. Maybe I need to get that little channel thing out. You could play that idea too, but eh. If that's true, if we've only got 2 touches here, 1 touch here. This is not valid. But if we want to kind of speculate, and if that's what we're doing, if we are forming a new channel, that's a stair step up, right? So we can start getting back to like 34 cents out of Godius, and from where we are at this discounted price, that's about a 2x to get back up there. Ribbon flipping going on the 4 hour, or the moving average is starting to all flip. This is looking bullish. This is bullish. This is bullish. You're at bottom, rounded bottoms. Can't guarantee this is not a butt crack, and she won't come back down here and do anything. I can't guarantee any of that, but other than this point in the market where we are, doesn't look like that's going to happen as much. She's not breaking trend lines here. It's looking bullish, like she can go up. Godius was up at $1.28. Remember that. So just think about this. This is a new coin, not from last cycle, but if she gets back up there, that's 666%. Oh my God, that's evil. I should have just went up just a hair more. 672% gains. It's a little bit not as evil. Let me come back to the chat. Mavia, please, says King Hill. I'll take my list over here. Mavia. Mavia says altitude on ETH. On ETH? You didn't nail it. You smacked your thumb with a hammer. Oh, I hate it when that happens. But I picked up the hammer. That all starts with picking up the hammer. Mago Mora! Hola, my man. Alright, so let's take a look at the requested coins here. Mavia. Bybit looks good. See what you got. Bybit. I'm gonna zoom out on Mavia. Oh man, you got hit bad, didn't you? She's lower than where she first started. This is Heroes of Mavia, right? Is that was that a game, or is that a I can't remember, or was it a meme? I thought it was it seems like it was a gaming thing, right? And you want to do it over here on oh, you want to do it on weekly. Well, I was trying to get the information on this. 20 cents. Market cap's 3.7 million. Oh, deep. Oh, wow. All-time high on this one. Is it not over here? I'm on the wrong. Heroes of Mavia. Clicked it. This is where I was trying to go. Okay, so market cap is 22 million. Total supply is 250 million. Circling supply is 111 million. Is that 20 cents? That was the appeal. It's already on exchanges from, I remember this one. It was hot last time. All-time high was $10 a year ago, and it's at 20 cents right now. Was there a hack or anything, bad news or anything? Because this sounds too good to be true, it being this cheap. Command your army to victory. Explore Heroes of Mavia. So gaming tokens now. Gaming has not really rolled back around. The hype hasn't. It will. This was big when it was. Wow, they really sell off though, don't they? They suck when they go down. Nakamoto Games is down too. It's one of my plays. We might take a look at that one too. Huh. I found this very interesting. Oh, what did I do? Okay. So we're hoping that she's bottomed. And I would sincerely hope so, because she went all the way. Oh, she went all the way. All right, so 0.0864. I hope you're not coming down back down there, though. And this was November. We got you. Oh man, these fibs are lining up so nice on this one. It's really nice. Let me get these color coded here. Man, these make excellent targets. All right, so she's at 20 cents. Don't know if she'll come down 50% to test 9 or 10 cents again. It could happen. Take a look at that in just a second. But from where she is right now, just getting up here, 227% to get to the area that we need to just to make this complete this double bottom pattern here, which is possibly what's going on. Possibly. It's definitely got just as good of a chance to be, you know, making a W pattern here. Adam and Eve, however you want to play it. Adam and Eve might take a little bit longer to play out. But a double bottom is a double bottom. It's a nice little channel with a measure move that takes you a one-to-one move and can get you right up here to this area, right in the middle of all this at $1.26. Going to $1.26 would be 500% gains. That would be 5x. This one's making me tingle inside. Huh. We will take you into consideration here. We've got a, ooh, you got the steep ass 886 retracement. So we hope that we do not go lower than that. Well, that's the steepest of ass of retracements right there that we would normally hope for to get a bounce. Now, you can go lower. You can always go lower. We can come down to the basement area here, or even just come back down to this area for that big double juicy bottom. That could be happening. I'm looking at the moving averages here on the daily, and they are still they're still bearish. So it looks like we are trying to come back down. But you got a higher low so far. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this low and then this one here. Let's come down to the 4 hour. What are you saying? Have you got anything bullish over here to tell me? Because daily didn't look so hot. That's a good sign. That's a little bullish right now. There's some things. So maybe she'll be coming back down here. I could see. Okay. All right. So it did look a little bit bearish even on the daily for some reason. I don't know how long that will stay. It's maybe a backup target at 9 cents, and that's quite a bit of a drop. But I'd look, she could probably hold here. She held here before. I would look forward to trying to hold here, especially these other moving averages. You know, trying to do what they're doing here, curving around on the 4 hour. It's a little bit later than the other ones, but all the other altcoins are doing this on the 4 hour too. This one's just a little bit behind. So if we got that idea, if that is our bottom, then we can do the same thing that we just did. And then we need to go up to 31 cents. 53 looks really good. 53, 46. Those are some good shorter term targets to look for. Shoot, just to get up here to 39 cents. That's your 100% gains. Moonbag it, baby, moonbag it. 167% to get up to 53 cents. So I like the targets I'm seeing here. Mavia, I think this one's looking interesting. I need to post-it notes. I got post-it note. Ha! Mavia. I think she's at or really close to her bottom turnaround point, personally. And if she can make so many X's so quickly, I'm definitely going to look at that one after the show and see if I can find a little entry there. That one's good. I like that one. Shout out for that one. That was a juicy area to start looking at it. You can make an argument. You can make an argument, but she can going to go lower for a bearish retest here. I'm just saying. So it may be still a little early. One thing that you could do is wait for her to cross back over that trend line, and that would be the bullish time to buy. My personal opinion. If she does that, that would be a good. That make this like a bear trap, and then we could get some good, nice, strong action. That's one way that I would recommend to look at it. Is to respect the trend line, because price is going to. She already did. She barely retested it. So that could be here or here. I don't know. It would be odd if other altcoins were going to do good. But if we do get a pullback from altcoins, then, you know, Bitcoin would have to take a drop, and then altcoins could take a drop too. That was one scenario we're looking at that may happen now, or even if we go up and then come down. So I like Nakamoto Games. It's one of my plays over here. Also, ribbon flipping on the 4 hours. 200 crossing over the 360. All the other ones they're looking nice and good. She was down as low as 30 cents, man. 30 cents. I think that was the lowest. I've not seen Naka there in a while. She was down. Oh yeah, I remember. This was back when I first learned of Naka. Back when she was down below a dime and everything. This thing went over $3, by the way. Now imagine getting this thing, you know, below a dime. So you got it at a nickel and it go to $3 during the gaming frenzy. And this would actually seem to be a pretty good gaming coin. That's 4,000% right there. So to buy it or to start getting in when it was 30 or even still now, not a bad play, I don't think. She still has resistance though. She broke a trend line. Naughty girl. So that's going to be resistance to get above 80 cents or $1 area, wherever we kind of find ourselves bumping into that. I would hope that if it does like other coins and eventually does break into it, that it gets us, you know, that'll propel it to maybe to a higher high there. Falling wedge, you can see it that way. Lots of different ways to look at it. Curving, rounded bottom down here. Inverted head and shoulders, bottom pattern to the upside, doing a retest of the neckline as we speak. That's valid. A little shoulder action, a big fat head. Why do we get these round heads all of a sudden? That's kind of weird. Look forward. So, you know, about 64% chance to retest the breakout of that. So that might be what we're seeing here. I can see an argument for it to come back down to 41.5 cents, and that's not a bad place to buy. Like I said, the lowest that she's been so far has been about 28, 29 cents. Comes back up to the 64 cent area. That's where the 382 areas, and another 236. I'm sorry, just like we did with the other one that it responded very well to. I would hope and expect to have something similar along those lines here. 64 cents, 99 cents. That's going to be the sweet one right there. Let me come back to the chat. What's up, chat? Able to check up on ETH, sir? I thought it looked tingly. It does. That looks tingly. Mavia looks freaking... I got a boner right now thinking about Mavia. I'm like, oh gosh, I don't even have a pecker on my face. Don't need a pecker on your face. That's nasty. What? I'm a turkey. If you notice, there is no beak. No beak to be found. No beak. No beak. All right, let's take a look at ETH. Binance should be good. Coinbase is good. Let's go Coinbase. Oh, she came up to 277.5 Fibonacci area. Didn't quite nail my line. I might not have drawn it on there all nice and perfect either. Now it makes me want to go back and check. Pinch you in there. I would say it's probably a little bit more operator error. Because she looks like she did a pretty decent job. They're not supposed to be just raw on it. If we get that mentality, we'll never have any good luck in this. So we already got that line marked. I need to color code you, man. Or are you? Nope. So 0.5, we're retesting this 382 area. Might drop back down a little bit. Could. Down to here. About 2,300. If this trend line holds true, and I would hope that it would. What we got here, in my personal opinion, on Ethereum on the daily chart, price action wise, resistance, bear trap. This looks bullish as F to me. Let me get rid of some of these lines. Let me just get rid of all this crap. I want the line though. All right, we're going to change it to green because to me this is bullish AF. Where did you retrace to, ETH? 786, 886 area.
Snag my last dime, gas fee shook, drained my climb, then I broke the mold, snatched the dip to soar, sats in my hold, flipped the scam to lore, market's my song, coins my battle cry, bull runs my throne, scammers say bye, yeah. Bull run anthem rising through the scale, stacking every
Holy crap, really? I know it sounds crazy right now, but I've got a target here at $5,300 for Ethereum. I'm not saying she's going to get that tomorrow, but for the next higher high that she can get a little place in between here. Higher high from here, I'm looking at that one. Look at that amazing cup and handle to the... Oh, crap. That didn't go up to the upside 90% of the time, did it? Glad I don't say that. Well, that would be embarrassing to call for cup and handles to the upside all the time and have them not go up to the upside all the time. I would imagine you'd stop calling cup and handles as much. This looks like a good area to... That 23 is what we got earlier. We can pull fibs. The 21 moving average is coming in at what are you coming in at? 21.88. So wow, you're a little bit deeper. I'm on the daily, so we can't see it. But what I do like here on the daily for Ethereum, if you see this, 800, 600, 360, those are in good order. 200's got work to do, but hey man, that's good. We'll take the bigger guys off, the bigger moving averages here. And we got rejected off the 200, right? I would expect it to actually come back and test the 21, but the 100 can come into play here. So I'm going to say, oh man, we need that line to hold though. Unless there's like, maybe there's a little wiggle room in there. Still. I like what I'm seeing. What I would expect, it's a bear trap, so I would expect a big move. That's what I'm trying to say. So a pullback and then a big move is what, if she should keep this line. Most times they do. If they don't, then oh shit, that would be bad. But most times they do, so I like that. Moving average strategy suggests to come back to 100. Now that's currently on the line, but it's got some time. We're on the daily, so maybe they will adjust and it'll line up by then. All right, I keep hearing the same songs. So I like this. Okay, now this gives us a little credence to that idea of that trend line and following this channel that we broke out of to come back and retest it. I could hope for that. That will hold. They don't always hold though. I'll tell you. A lot of times they come back to the bottom one. Just saying. But the big thing is above this green line. Now they're all green. We need to change it to something else. Let's make it yellow. It's above the yellow. No, I think that's a 618. Just put it above the white lines. Now, looking at the top, it does look like we had a top area, right? And that was a fib area. That was in the 200 moving average on a bigger time frame. Looks like it did like a head and shoulders type top pattern, and they're legit. They are legit. I'm just big about getting a neckline. I don't like your neckline unless we play it like this. Then I could see that's a big fat head. I think a lot of people would probably play it a little different. They're probably looking at it slanted, something like this. It's hard for me to see that with this shoulder being higher than that one. I don't, but it's a rising thing. I would look at it as, you know, the way it started, and we got something like that, or even a channel idea. That's just me. It didn't have the solid neckline that I'd look for a head and shoulder. But either way, however you play it, you get a measure move that's right on par with about the same thing. About 22.7. is what the measure move says. We're in the middle of a green cloud. Elliot, what do you say? ABC correction, just like on most of these things, man. So according to the, if this Elliott wave thing that we keeps popping off here on these, like the 4 hour and stuff, the ABC correction, if that's true too, and it jives with what I see, we're on the last leg of a corrective wave here for a lot of these altcoins. If it's true, and then we start our, nice move to the upside. So this week might be the week that we start seeing some good things happen after we take a little spanking a little bit, or a little pullback, get back some gains a little bit. And then it's starting to look like things are starting to look a little bit interesting. We saw that on Total 3, weekly MACD and everything like that, getting ready to look nice. So I think that we're finally starting to catch up into the market to the spot that we should be. We were running a little bit ahead of the market, and then oh man, this is cool. And then it seemed like we lost some ground there and started running behind the market. And like, well, we're on this trajectory, man. By April, we're going to be to the moon. And then Liberation Day came, and things were changing way before Liberation Day. And after December, she gave it up. And now we should be through the trough, or the valley, and climb the mountain, baby, climb the mountain. So I'm feeling more and more bullish, but I'm not getting crazy bullish and thinking, oh, I'm gonna load up now. Loading up. I want to see how high we go, and then there's going to be a pullback. There is going to be a pullback, and we may get a big run up before we get that pullback, on some of these things. It could happen. Right now, we're getting a little bit of a pullback. So down here, when we drop on the altcoins, I'll be looking, and then we'll start if we start moving back up, and then we get our higher high of Bitcoin or something like that, and then Bitcoin drops down to that lower low. I want to be ready for that one big time. Even if it's just a drop back to test the previous all-time high, whatever that pullback is, that's where I want to focus. Let's take a look, if you don't mind, at here's one. We looked at this one because she was down in the dumps and looked like she could do some stuff. This was Miro back in the day here. Let's go back to the daily. Miro was down here, coming down, was that my fields? They're color coded, but they don't look right in the right order. Okay, I see. I don't know. I can't remember. So I had a green box. That's usually a buy area that I think, hey man, that looks like a great place to buy. This has got to be a 236. I just need to. Okay. I got to zoom out. So Miro, she got down to a penny. This thing was like, it got up to 40 something cents. And I'm like, well, doesn't take a rocket science to see we can get 20 to 40x out of that if we get in at a good price. So I started topping up my bags of Miro, because they were obviously down. No, I didn't have any. I think I just opened a bag of Miro on that one. So I do have it's a small. I haven't checked it lately, but she's down from 42 cents, so I'd say she should be down. I like the trend line that we're possibly making here. She looked like she weakened it there, so after that candle closes, I'll probably adjust it down to here. But right now, I want to watch it and see what it does. I got to redo this. I'm sorry. There we go. $67.45 cents. 67 cents. I like it. I like it. What is that? A dime. So we're still in the juicy little accumulation zone, as I call it, because once we break out of this 45 or this 4.5 cent area, it's not 45 cents, 4.5 cent area. Once we start getting up here to 10 cents, you'll be thinking, man, I should have bought more when it was 3. Because this is the area of buying, in my personal opinion. Especially if you've been down here before a long, long time ago. Hell yeah, I would. So I kind of like Miro. RS Miller, how's it going? There's Jay Violet. We got 29 people hanging out here. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me tonight. It's about time for our special guest to come out. Elvis.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Every time. Even if I know he's coming, he scares the bejesus out of me. We got Melissa. How's it going, Melissa? Good to have you here. Oh, we got a party now. All right. I'm going to look at a few more coins. If you got anything else, put it back in here. I keep missing Madhouse. I don't know if that's a coin or a show. If you got any other coins you want to take, put them in the chat. I want to go over a few more real quick. Here's some that are starting to get a little traction. I don't know anything about these. One of them's called Collat. Collateralize. Mexic's got it. Weeks has got it. Oh, snap. Well, no wonder you're getting on everybody's radar. Look at that. Yay. Too hard to buy. Don't chase. Elliot, I didn't know I had you on, Elliot. 4-hour time frame. I think she's hit her 5th wave there. Have you? Do you think? I mean, let's see. 1, 2. I don't know if you have or not, Elliot. I'm going to go out on a limb and I don't know. I guess me and Elliot are having a little competition here or something. But okay, Elliot, you saying that it could be at 300%? That's pretty good. Yeah, look, you just already popped up there. Ha, Elliot, you suck. Sorry, me and Elliot got a beef going back several years here. I'm just saying your target's up here, Elliot. It's starting to look like we might find that out like right now on the 1 minute chart. This might be fascinating. We're going to do collateral on the 1 minute chart because I think you can go get it. Go get my target. Go get my target. I think that's going to be a very good top place for anybody that might be in collateralize at 8 cents and possibly a good place for a short. A short should be happening there. Have we got? Are you on? You're not on. Where else are you? Are you on one of the exchanges I use? Now that I see that short idea. Nope. Big Unix, do you have it? Nope. I'm out of luck on that one, but that looks enticing for a short. Let's take a look also at Clanker. It's probably up like crazy too. Clanker is on Bybit, BitGet, VMEX, MEXC, Perpetual Futures. KuCoin, you're on KuCoin too. No, yeah, TokenBot's the name of it. You're not it, are you? You're a different Clanker. No, I can't tell if you're the same Clanker or not. Here it is, futures. There it is. Oh yeah, baby, you're up. You're up. You're at 32. Oh no, you're down. You're down at $32. What the hell? So I'm on the daily now. I guess you had a nice little pump on the daily, but I know nothing about this or the tokenomics or anything. This is just futures. 886 retracement king. God love double tapped it. Were you a harmonic? We double tap that. That's a good sign. To me, that's got a good chance to stick. First target would be $40, and from 33 to get there is not bad. I think the most interesting target is going to be somewhere right around 50. I think that one's worth waiting for right there. Person would be about $39, $40 there. Let's see, from where we are now, it's 58%. Let's go to the 1 hour. What are you looking like over here? Oh, you getting up there on the 1 hour, aren't you? 31 to 35. She might come back down to these areas about 32. Could happen. Well, then again, it may not. Could be a possible bear trap idea going on right there, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe that $50 might come sooner than you would expect. Possible. She's still got stuff to do, but I like those ideas. Clanker. I'm not even familiar with that one. So we looked at Kita. R.S. Miller says, check out Cardano. Where's she at? 74 cents. So we're looking if she can get her breakout to get to these targets. That would be awesome. 74% gains possible to come up to the target I'm looking for at 143. I think it's still good, right? Let me check that out. Yeah, I'm still rocking that idea. So far, she's holding what we've got as a dotted trend line here. To wicks to wicks there. It would be easy to think she's rolling over from that 200 moving average and resistance there.
Machine gun spit is a total bust. We wanted that quick venom. Yeah, shady. Crypto's wild. Yeah.
Okay. We're playing the B-sides of some songs right now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Let's trim meme coin.
So we're at a 2-3, or we're at a 382. That would be a great place to bounce if it can hold it. It really would. 69 cent area. I'll put that one as a lower target there. I would hope that these would hold. Elliot, what are you thinking? You got a Elliot thinks that she's working on her. Is it a 4 wave going up to a 5 that she can hold? Oh, you didn't do the little 3 hump, dump. You did a 1, 2, and then a 3. Okay, Elliot. I ain't gonna argue with you. I think it looks bullish for a 3 hump and a dump thing. Pretty good. So I'm looking for it can bounce here. That would be great at 73 cents, and like Elliot said, go up to a higher target. You got my little target. You got my little. You stole my chart, Elliot. You stole my target, Elliot. Nobody's stealing my targets. He stole my thunder. I was going to put that one up to 96 cents. You suck, Elliot. Elliot stole my thunder, man. It's still bearish here on the daily as far as moving averages go, though. We're under the 200, so don't get too crazy too soon. My idea going up here. I mean, we want the breakout. But it's based on the 618 pullback. Now I got that target. It's not based on this, but I think we do have. That's a 786, or is that a measure move? It depends on where you get a breakout up, but if we got a breakout in this area, we'd be looking around this area about 115. Hopefully she will. I can't. 4 hour. What do you say, man? Oh, you're right here at the place we need to know. 200 moving average on the 4 hour, coming back to retest that. Maybe wick below it a little bit. She does that sometimes. So that excuse me. That goes in line with us looking for a bounce over here. So let's hope that happens. Bigger moving averages. That's what I'm missing. Oh, here you guys are. Ribbon trying to flip's what I'm seeing. Yeah, I like having my bigger moving averages on, especially the 4 hour. So trying is trying. She's trying. 96 cent ADA. We can be patient with it. I think so. What was the other one? The other one is H bar. And we got Bybit spot. Oh, we've been here before. Okay. 0.5 Fibonacci. Get rejected. 800 moving average. Not surprised. Exactly as predicted. Let's looks very similar to Cardano. I'd say a lot of these are going to have some similarities here. So there's a number of ways to look at that. Let me turn those moving averages back off. Bottoming patterns, ideas, inverted head and shoulders. It's got a neckline. I like it, but she came back into the pattern. That sucks. The only thing that can save us is a higher low, because if she comes back here and goes lower than the shoulder, that pattern and idea is gone. Breaks the trend line. My idea of anything bullish is gone. This trend line. I think we're ready to switch our fibs up. That was a 786. Yeah. You didn't quite get there, did you? All right, let's get us some targets. Swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. Not surprised we would get rejected there. Be back in our juicy buys though. I think the sweet targets to wait for would be about 27 cents though. We're at 18 cents now. Another one at 30 cents. We're at our 382 at the moment. For a nice little pullback. If that holds, that is great news. If it doesn't hold, well, I don't like my trend line because of the little V-shaped recovery that we got over here. Did we go over the little inverted head and shoulder idea? Shoulder, head, shoulder, whatever. Come back, retest, because they often do. Let's go over that idea, because I keep talking about it. Now I got an example. Oh, she broke out. Oh, she came back and retested the breakout. 64% chance, 65% chance that they can do that. Same chance that these have to break up, they have a chance to come back. This is a good example to show that happening. And we're looking at that idea on total 3 and some other things. They haven't quite made it back here yet. Don't know if it's got to give it some time or if they just bounce her. You don't know. She bounced off, and then this is what we expect, right? On everything else that we looked at that did the inverted head and shoulder coming back. Wherever they find support, then we start working on our higher high. So this one's ahead of the game as far as all that goes. Unless you're wanting to look at this bigger idea of the bigger, this was a inverted head and shoulders. Then we also, just a minute ago, pointed out this bigger inverted head and shoulders. So we got the same kind of idea. Just don't want to break this trend line, or the best that we can get it there. And Hopefully we can get another higher high out of this little guy. 27.30. I like it. Guys, we've been going for 2 hours, and that's about as far as a turkey can go on one evening. I do like to take a final look at Bitcoin and see what she's doing. Oh, she came down. Crazy. Well, I guess I got stopped out. I did not think to take a short when I was up there until she had already got past it. So I was looking at some possible support there, 104, 103. This was the 886 from that. Is that right? Let's see what Bitcoin is doing right here on the small time frames. I got a lot of freaking lines going on over here, don't I? Okay, let me get a chart that I don't like this chart. How do you take that off? What the hell? You can add it over here, but I can't add it. I can't add it here. But if I already have it in my list and I click on it, I could add it to my watch list. Is that what I saw? That's crazy. If you're already there, I can add you. I think TradingView has lost their mind on something. All right, this one looks like a clean chart. So that was an 886 area that we got rejected off. She went a little bit above it. Like I said, it's a great area. A lot of people will be taking shorts over here at those fib areas. But we are so close to getting our higher high. So close to it. So close to it. So, I mean, price is doing what price would normally do, is to find rejection at an 886. The question is, you know, are we going to pull back? Might we come back to 102? Pull back to that fib area without me having to pull out other fibs to do it. And then try to go earlier. I mean, it's possible they do that tomorrow. I'm very curious. Tomorrow will be Monday. That will be our false move Monday is usually what we call it. Remember, the weekly looks bullish. There is the idea. We don't know. We don't know. You know, either this is our top. We're going to do a correction. Elliot, what are you saying now? You change your mind? You're starting to change your mind now, ain't you, Elliot? What? No, wait a minute. You still got the same thing. Elliot, I don't know. He's still got the same thing on the daily. He's still bearish on the daily. Elliot on the weekly, though, is saying, we're going to the moon. Glad so, I mean, same thing that I said when we first started. Daily is still above the 9-moving average. That is 103,852. As long as we hold that. I'm cool. Start losing that, we start talking dirty about it. Start losing some trend line ideas, however we got them drawn. This one actually does connect wicks to wicks to wicks, and so makes one here on the daily. I would be worried about that, but it is an ideal. This is a great area that we could get rejected. I'm not saying that we will. I'm not saying that we won't. We go up, make our higher high, and knock this guy out, which is that's close, man. I think we should just go ahead and do it. I'd actually rather see a higher high than a lower high right now at this market. Since we came up this far, I would have rather seen something down here and work our way up. That's what I wanted to see, but I didn't get what I want because we don't get what we want out of this market. So either we do that now or we go up and then we do it. Either way, that's going to be a fun ride. We're bullish. We are bullish in this market. We are definitely bullish. You can consider this by the dip territory, but if we are losing this, you know, the dip could be, it could be a little substantial there. Two areas I look for is 98 and 94,000 if we do lose this area. that would be falling below 100,000 psychological resistance. And a lot of people, I'm sure you'll start hearing people calling for. You'll start here if we turn around here, if we don't go up and make our higher high, you're going to hear people calling for a lower low. You are, and that the bear market's over. We made our lower low. This is it, or we made our lower high. We're changing trend. Good. Technically, we are. If we're making the lower high, that's why I'm saying we need to come up and get that higher one since we're up here so high. I think we got a chance to do it. I'm still kind of bullish on that idea until I see that we break levels on the daily, like that 9 moving average or a trend line. Until I see that, I'm going to assume that somebody's going to pull a little sneaky move and try to get us up here. I've got little sell orders going up through here all the way up on my spot margin Bitcoin place, so that I can get ready for any major pullbacks after we top out over through here, if that's what we do. And I've already had a few sell orders hit in case we've already over here, so I'm set either way that we go. I just don't know. Nobody knows what it's going to do, but she's looking very bullish AF to me on the bigger picture of things. So, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow's going to be the fun day and see what they do. And either it's going to be a nice big strong move, or we'll finally start breaking some areas and start getting ready for a stronger correction, or a much overdue correction. That is what I got for tonight's show, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Boris Miller says Bitcoin looks like yeah, right back where it was this morning. Same with XRP. Did Sunday actually exist? Well, I mean, that's they play games on the weekend, so I'm not, we were talking about this earlier. There for a few weeks, it was, pretty much a Sunday dump is what we come to be ready for. And it was, they'd do something on Sunday and then they'd turn around and do the opposite on Monday or Tuesday, right? Or bring us back up. And now we're kind of, the last few weekends, they've been getting a little bit more bullish. I think trying to entice retail to come in, and us newbies and things like that to come in to chase after the market makers. And altcoins are pumping, don't want to miss out. FOMO kicks in, start buying them higher, and then they dump us during the week and we get back gains. They got their ebb and flow to it, which is why I'm watching them really closely, because I think they know everybody's watching them really closely right now. We're at the point where they could just rip us up, and it's I'm just watching for bearish signs saying that they're not going to rip us up, and then I'm watching for the slightest little signs, man. Getting back above this 886 area, what is 105 on this chart, but getting back above that, closing the candle above it, would be bullish. That would be bullish. So that's what I'm looking for. Even on like the 4-hour time frames or something like that. Anytime that we can get back up here and close a candle, I'm going to take that as a bullish sign. And if we close a candle below this, that's our bearish sign. So we're shrinking our little window of opportunity here for either way we play. And it could be a good, however it plays out, you can get a good short. If we break the trend lines, low leverage short, let it start out low leverage, in my personal opinion. And if it starts taking off, and then you can, raise the leverage on it. The same thing I'm doing with a long right now. A low leverage long. I may do a short too I'll wait till we break a trend line where I do that. It's hard to short at these areas because, I mean, a lot of people shorted over here, still got shorts open, I'm sure, and they went. What can happen to get us up there, to explain what could be happening like tomorrow or the next day, is if they come in with orders and pull us up here, they will get all of those stop losses that are set, and we can have a short squeeze. That's how we can get to a 111 or 115. A short squeeze can get us there. It's not that everybody's like, I'm going to buy Bitcoin all of a sudden at once. It's like they'll get just enough to break those stop losses and everything, and then we can get a squeeze. And it might happen tomorrow between 9, 10, 11, 12. That would be my prediction. Either tomorrow, Monday or Tuesday, somewhere between those times, between 10 and 12 usually. When the US opens, I'll be looking closely for those ideas. Man, I'm kind of excited to see what's going to happen. All right, so be careful, be cautious. The altcoins, they went up 5% today, and now they're trying to give some of it back. It does look like altcoins can pull back a little bit, but it did look pretty good. It looks promising. We got to give them a couple more weeks, in my personal opinion. Keep an eye on Bitcoin dominance, gets projections there. That is good for altcoins, and there's a possibility she's at resistance area too. So I think it's going to be a very interesting week. We just got to be careful, not get too bullish, not get too bearish. Watch your P's and Q's, and try to stay on the right side of it. Right now, we are right on the razor's edge, man. I mean, it really is. Either we go bullish or we go bearish. We're right there. Flip a coin. But the weekly is saying we're a lot more bullish than we are bearish. Whether we do get a pullback, it's still going to be a bullish one. Might be a lot more shallow than what we think too. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you again tomorrow. And let's try to go out here and find these good little setups. Mavia was one of the best ones we found tonight. I thought I'm going to go take a look at it after the show. See you guys later. I can't find the end screen. Sean?
I feel so unsure as I log in tonight. The charts start to sway, red and green in my sight. I should have stayed grounded, not chased the high. Now my wallet's a ghost, and I'm asking why. Market moves call out my name, a leverage dance, a fleeting game. I traded hearts for one last play, now all I hold has slipped away.
Joe, are you going on tonight? I forgot to ask that. Tomorrow is another day. I just wonder what they're going to do. Are they going to fake us out tomorrow? They usually do. Lately, they've been faking us out on Sundays, though, so that's kind of weird. But I know what I'm looking for, and I tried to share it tonight, the signs I'm looking for. Man, there's such a short little area, man, for it to tell us. We should know pretty soon.
Your trust was the stake that I should have known. I chased the moon's promise, ignored the fall. Now candles burn low, and I've lost it all. Greed took hold, I couldn't see the cost of coins devouring me. I sold you
no live tonight for Joe.
Now echoes hum a sad refrain. Tonight the coins fall so cold, a whispered crash I can't console. I'm never gonna trade again. These keys have lost their souls.
I wanted an upbeat, depressing song, so that's why we got this one. I wanted it to be depressing, but upbeat.
Oh, please stay. Don't cash me out tonight. We could have mined a life so right, but I swapped our spark for crypto's gleam. Now I'm left with shattered dreams. So I'm never gonna trade again.
Babias.
These keys have lost their souls refrain.
They're not in session right now, are they? That would be fun.
I'm never gonna trade again the way I traded you. Crypto whisper stole you too.
Well, I guess I'll be watching that too. All right, guys. It is time for Good Night, John Boy. Let's get that little dog to get out of here way. We'll say good night, John Boy, and trade carefully tomorrow. Good night, John Boy. See you guys later.